Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I am Authenticity. Today I will be playing the TikTok Chicken. I am joined by the one fantasticabulous Magic.
Hi, I'm Magic. They cornered me because I was about to stay silent. But they introduced me anyway. Hi. Just hi, Magic. You never introduced who you're playing author.
Yes, I did. I'm telling the
You
TikTok
did?
Chicken.
Fuck.
I did indeed. I was
I
careful.
completely blinked. I am sorry. It is currently late.
What time is it? Late. For both of us, so
yeah.
apologies.
Don't worry about
audience.
Yeah, apologies, listening audience. Hi, I'm Dumb of Ass. Currently I'm playing a satyr man called Seeker. He's not here right now. He'll show up later. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Hey, TC, what you doing this fine, very snowy day?
Have you ever? How much do you know about chickens and snow?
None.
Well, chickens do this thing if they're caught in a snowdrift where they just sort of freeze. Like, they just kind of stop and stall there.
Oh, hon.
And so they were walking around a wall. Stellar opening. We have got this.
Wonderful. No, take two.
They were walking along, and they took a tumble, and they fell into a snowdrift. And they're just sort of sitting there disgruntled.
Okay, I can work with this. While sitting here disgruntled in a snowdrift, would you like to roll perception?
Sure. For once, TOC is not the most broken character I played tonight. However,
Nat 1!
That was
That's a nat 1!
That was a nat 1? Dice Parser won't let me see it. Alright.
That was a nat 111.
God.
TSC, you are too busy being angry, buried in snow. You do not see anything. How do I work off of this? Because I did not expect you to fail this roll. To be honest, not with that modifier. But that'll sure ruin everything. Yeah. You. I want to give you something though.
It is a nat 1.
It is a nat 1. Yeah. You hear some like vague crunching noises, and then like a plop over in the middle distance, like someone has just face planted. Like into snow, deeper snow than like the little snowdrift on the side of the sidewalk. But yeah. That's about all you get because you're still angry and stuck.
Yep. They continue to be angry. They continue to be stuck. I think there's just like a bird's eye view of what's going on.
Yeah, what happened was Seeker, also dumb of ass. I'm not even having him roll perception. Completely missed TOC and just kind of like looked out into this large, very untainted snowfield. Just went, yes, that is a good place to go lie down in some snow. And walked directly past them. And went and sort of like held his arms out and fell back first into the snow, which is many inches deep, because this is Toontown, where it snows a lot, whenever it's thematically appropriate. And he is currently like mostly concealed. He like there's a little bit of his scarf kind of like poking out. Maybe you can see some of like the leg furs, but he's just kind of plopped.
Nice.
Nice.
It like, I could make TOC do something, but also, like, I kind like, we need to get this FPS going, but also they are stuck. Like, rule of funny and chicken behavior, dictates that they cannot move until retrieved. This is based off of literally yesterday. Like, I was leading the chickens from the garage back over to the coop, and I was like, wait, there's only 4 here. And I had to go back and fish one out. Like, she wasn't, like, buried, she was just stuck. Like, for some reason, like, she just sort of, like, error, cannot walk anymore.
Is TOC going to start making angry chicken noises? Or...
I mean, they never really stop.
Okay. Wow. Damn.
Alright.
That is a 17 from Seeker, which is amazing because he has a -2. There's a sort of shifting of snow sound, TOC. There's another crunch, 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 sort of over you. Just, what are you doing in there? And, I am going to, God. TOC, you get picked up, like a little chicken.
Yep.
Like a small goddamn chicken. And, kind of get, you get held, like a chicken.
Yes.
Like football. It's just, what are you doing out in the middle of TOC?
TOC. He was actually, their legs are very cold. It is very nice to be held. Hang on. They pull out their notebook and they flip to, a previous page that says, it isn't, but you'd think you, hang on. It says, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
No?
They flip to the next page that says that was a joke.
Oh. Good day regardless. You are now being held in the opposite direction you were before. Which is now facing the boy. The boy is wearing something sensible for once in his life. Which, I didn't draw it, but I realized I actually wanted to do it. I'm doing a snap with my fingers. He's wearing a sensible looking sweater that's definitely not for the holiday animus. Actually. He's got a scarf. That's a 0 author. What is
Don't
that?
worry about it. Keep going. I'm enjoying the descriptive details.
Yeah. Alright, that's a total of a 0. He's wearing a scarf around his neck, and in place of a hat, because you may note he has horns, he is wearing his secondary scarf. It's kind of like wrapped around the horns and his head, and it kind of looks like a very fancy hat. It's a fancy hat. I forget what they're called. There's a specific type of hat.
Ushanka?
Maybe?
If you think of stereotypical Russian hat, do you think of those?
No.
Okay, then maybe not an Ushanka.
What the fuck is an Ushanka?
Ushanka is like the ones with the flaps.
Oh, it's spelled with a U? Oh, those hats. No, that was not the type of hat I was thinking of. But yeah, it's kind of situated like a hat on his head. It's a scarf.
Yeah.
Kind.
Oh,
Oh,
like a
who gave
turban.
him this? Yeah, like turban. That's the word.
Yee.
And he looks actually prepared for weather once in his life.
Hmm.
And also, he's kind of covered in snow.
Yeah. Yeah, TUC blinks at him and they seem pleased. But they go to write something in their notebook and they stop. And they go to write something and they stop. They just go, you look nice today. I'm glad that you're bundled up.
Comment, I hold you so soft in the chat.
Oh no! Comment.
I love
Comet
it.
fell asleep during first FPS and wakes up in a completely different part of the timeline.
God. But, yeah. You... I can do words. I shake my thoughts. Well, yes, I figured it was more appropriate to get something, better suited for the weather if I wanted to enjoy it properly. And Seeker takes you, and goes, like, slushing back through the snow.
Mm.
Back to where he had, sort of flopped back earlier, and lays directly back in that hole, and places Nancy on top of his chest.
God. This is my hole. It was made for me.
It was made. Yes. TOC, you are now in a fairly deep hole, all things considered, because this is Toonkind snow. It's comically deep.
Yeah, like from like an outside perspective, like it just looks like a teeny little chicken head sticking up through the snow, looking kind of confused. God, I'm so sorry. Like, not to break the fourth wall, but I'm still with Comet like waking up like in the middle of something completely different. Like, where am I? What's happening?
Comment, beloved.
We were with the bird. Now we're with a different bird.
A different bird? Too many birds.
Many birds.
It's a conspiracy. Anyway,
Birdemic. Anyways.
Yeah. TOC, you've been situated to sit on top of the boy. In the snow.
Yep. They look down at the boy like, are you comfy?
Do they hold up the fucking paper for that?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Good. I think they just sort of like potato shape on top of his chest, like there. But they actually what they do is they sit and then they flip themselves up, as if they have like a chick, sort of tucked underneath them.
Aww.
Maximum warmth.
Baby. God. But, yeah. Yeah, he's just vibing.
Yee.
God.
I think after a while they write, so I managed to talk to the professor the other day.
Did you?
Yes. We threw pine cones at people who deserved it.
Oh, they haven't met anyone interesting?
Well, I think one swore vengeance. But who hasn't these days? And I'm
Well,
not sure if they were talking to him or to me. So that will be a fun adventure for later.
yes, those sort of things do tend to pop up whenever you don't expect it.
speaking of which, and they like shuffle around so that their head is sort of like looking down at his. The professor is learning a new language.
Huh?
The professor is learning Toon sign language.
I feel like this is a call out.
It is explicitly. This is the third notebook I've gone through since I met you.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Let's see. No, worry about it later.
Well, I did have something of a proposition.
Huh?
Do you want me to teach you? Using the snow?
Using the snow?
I'm told that it's easier to learn things when you're either in danger or having fun. And I would rather you not be in danger.
Well, snow can be rather dangerous in many situations. God. Hold on. For example, if you are skiing, sledding, I suppose tubing would also be an option. Down any sort of slope that is populated by trees, if you hitting the tree may not even be the problem because around trees are usually these very deep pitfalls.
Seeker,
Very deep.
seeker, seeker.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Seeker.
I mean, do you want me to get into blizzards? Blizzards are more obvious.
No, I would like you to stop giving me more things to worry about.
Oh, it's fine. Seeger, the snow is adjusted and like some of it fucking falls on his head as he like takes his arms that were kind of like flopped out to the side and like rests it under his head. There's now two channels next to you that you could walk through if you really wanted to.
I think they blow some of the snow off.
I'm so sorry, Tommy. I didn't know. No.
Please stop giving me anxiety for my birthday.
I'm sorry.
No, I think that was supposed to be what TUC is saying.
God.
Unless I'm misinterpreting that comment.
God. I'm so sorry. Comment, beloved. It's okay, I'm fucking.
God. But yet, they're just like, I have anxiety. I have not told this boy I have anxiety. This boy does not know I have anxiety. This is a fun conversation. And they're sure as shit not doing it today. God. But yeah, they just sort of like... They're not letting him derail this.
Yes, it would be alright if you taught me with snow. I mean, are you going to like chuck snowballs at me, or?
Only when you least expect it. But no, we're doing learning.
As always. I always get blindsided during snowball fights. Maybe the sunglasses will help.
Then go color me shocked.
I mean, I did get...
Discord, why? Discord, please let me in.
Okay, where did I cut off for you, author?
TOC just went coloredly shocked, and then you started to say something, but then Discord decided I had no rights.
Seeker, hold on. Well, there is one time I got Professor really good with a snowball. It wasn't really me throwing it. I just kind of slam dunked it over his head.
I think that, that shocks them into, sniggering. And they go, I'm sure he deserved it.
Oh no, definitely not. He was just really bad at snowball fights.
Oh boy. Oh no, I'm going to save this information for later.
Are you using it for evil?
How would I ever do a thing like that?
Oh, you're right. I was reading your text the entire time as a lawful good.
Do you see, that's the noise that they make. This is in-character laughter. They shove their head underneath their wings so that they're not just, howling into the air.
I mean, though, it would be fun for a second act reveal. Well, depending on the act structure, because if we're doing if it's a traditional sort of, I don't think you're a tragedy type, are you? Seeker holds chicken like Hamburg to look at chicken.
I
don't think you're a tragedy. You strike me more as a hero's journey type of bird.
They look, mildly offended.
What? You want to be a part of a tragedy?
At this point, I will settle for plucky side character. Now, come on, no more spoilers. Are we learning or not?
Well, I guess we could learn. I'm not doing much else today. Seeker sits up, he is still, his backside is still covered in snow, and it's just, sits up, does a stretch with chicken, still in his hands. You were held up very high, before you are placed back down. Hold on. Let me see if he's dumb and fast enough to do this.
Oh,
yeah, TSC, you get placed back inside the snow. Flop, you were immediately, you know that one video of, the person who, tosses their dog in the snow and it gets completely covered?
Yep.
Not actually, because it's actually an edited video, with a water bottle at the end instead of a dog. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, that's basically what happens to you, except there's no editing, replacing it with a water bottle. You were buried in snow.
They're once again immobilized. They're just like, son of a... okay.
Oh, this isn't very good. And Seeker fishes you back out. You come back out. You were wearing a tiny little snow hat.
They're also, caked with snow. They're now a white chicken.
Seeker just kind of, starts to dust the snow off of you and goes, now, where is there a bench? A bench would probably be better for you. Maybe? I mean, you're all rather small. The snow is rather deep. It's a bench. Probably a bench over there. Seeker starts to trudge through the snow instead of going more towards the sidewalk like a normal fucking person.
Yeah, they're being carried, man. Whatever he wants to do. They go, it's with... where I grew up, there used to be a little boy with hooves who would have to, sort of clean him out like you do with horses every time because he refused to wear shoes. So if you are not wearing boots, yes, I can't think of a threat because I'm very cold, but also just one is implied.
Oh, you cold? Well, I can't do.
Mm.
And Seeker kind of tucks you under an arm again. Sort of takes the scarf that he was wearing for a hat off, sort of like shakes the snow off, and you are now like he has to sort of sit down for this. He had to kick some of the snow away to like properly sit down. And he bundles you into the scarf like it's an oversized blanket.
Mm.
You are now cocooned. Congratulations.
Wonderful.
It is mildly warmer because it was around his head.
Yeah, they don't struggle out of it because warm. But also they're just like, you have the worst selective hearing of anyone I've ever heard anywhere. God.
Oh, don't worry, I heard all of that. I don't wear boots. Seeker keeps walking.
I think
I mean, technically, I am wearing shoes. So they shouldn't get too in there. I probably should take them. No, if I'm dodging snowballs, I should leave them on.
Wait, what do you mean you're wearing shoes? You're a goat. You can't wear horseshoes, you have goat hooves.
They're a bit modified.
How modified?
Modified enough to wear.
They retract their chicken head inside the scarf blanket, and you hear a little muffle just, and they come out like, I'm fine.
Sure you are.
Well, I am not your parent. So there is nothing I can truly do. Do you want to roll insight?
Sure. God damn it. That's an 8.
I mean, it was sort of an implied threat. So I'm going to say that, like, with an 8, like a low failure, like, they still sort of get across that they're trying to be, like, they're threatening a consequence, but also, like, it's not as if they know your mom.
Listen, do you see? It's fine. I grew up in the snow. If I didn't know how to deal with some snow-related issues, everything wouldn't... How do I word this? I'd have a lot more problems than I currently do.
Seeker, did you take, like, some sort of class in how to be the opposite of comforting?
No?
They sigh. Fine, I am going to tell your mother, though.
Uh-huh.
Anyways.
No. What do you mean, tell my mother?
What do you mean? What do you mean, tell your mother?
You said you're going to tell my mother.
Yes.
How?
Well, I didn't... I know where she's staying in town, so... She went...
My mother's in town?
You don't know your own mother's in town?
No?
Seeker!
Do you see?
They just... They're like, yes, of course I met your mother. She was looking for you. And I thought she was you. So I went over to yell at her for being out after doors in the cold again.
don't know how to explain this to you, but being outside in the cold after doors closed is sort of a normal thing when you live on a giant mountain.
It's not, though. You should not be out in the dark on a mountain.
Seeker just looks at TOC.
TFC looks at Seeker.
I don't know what to say to comfort you.
Please don't try. It's not gone well in the past.
I can see that much.
You're just like, fine. You should talk to your mom.
I should talk to my mother.
And they start to sign something else, but they're just, no. I am not opening that can of worms.
God.
Internally. If he wants to get that reaction, then he's going to have to roll insight. But also, this is fluff.
This is fluff. I bonked both of us.
Listen, it wouldn't be a them FPS if they didn't at least scandalize each other.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, they just look around like, okay, put me down in the snow.
Are you sure you're just going to go freeze up again?
Please pat down some snow and then put me on top of the pat down snow.
He just kind of shrugs. You get held by football, and he goes to go pat down snow, which means aggressively stomping.
Yes,
And there's
say again.
There's a little circle of snow that you get placed inside, and it tunishly has walls to it.
Perfect.
Like a little fort.
Yeah, they go to the edge of the clearing and they get some snow and they start packing it down. And then they hold up a little snow A, and they sign the first letter of the Toon alphabet in sign language.
Alright, I feel like I should roll intelligence for this.
Should you? This is Sesame Street shit magic. Like, this is TOC being like, okay, alright, we are assuming the lowest common denominator of intelligence, which they do not need because this boy is actually rather bright.
It's been so long since I've learned another language. I learned French. I said a Latin alphabet.
I mean, this is true, but also, like, I feel like the intelligence checks would be, like, later when they're not on the alphabet.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Like, they're just sort of, like, they're establishing what they're doing.
Yeah. That's fair enough. I think it might... Seeker has to, like, look at it, which is a sort of... It's even harder to read his face when it's buried in a scarf and he has the sunglasses on. But he just kind of attempts to mimic it.
Yeah. I mean, TFC has their own very stylized version. So, like, they reach over and grab his hands and, like, sort of correct his fingers and, like, no, tuck your thumb in there. These need to be straight. There you go.
This is very hard when you have feathers.
They nod, like, yep. And then they consider, and then they write in the notebook, you know what? We're doing full immersion. You can write in the notebook, or you can use snow to communicate if you don't have the sign. But we're going to sign as much as we can.
Alright, I can do that for this afternoon. Seeker is going to look around. Hold on, I'm gonna roll an investigation. See how big of a stick he finds. Oh, he finds a really big stick. TOC, you see him like look around in the snow, walk over like a few paces to the left, and he pulls out like a full walking stick size stick from underneath the snow.
Nice.
You didn't see anything. There was no bumps. There is no anything. But he has a stick now. A really big stick.
He has a stick.
He has a stick. A stick that he can write with in the snow.
Mm.
He sort of like leans on it. Takes the scarf out from like over top of his mouth because he was kind of like bumped up there. And just kind of like does a thumbs up like, yeah, he's ready.
Yeah, and they like they take him very quickly through, A, B, C, D, instead of writing, they're actually sculpting like a little snow A and a little snow B and a little snow C. And then they teach him the sign for snow, and white, and then black, and then goat, and then chicken, just like things in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now maybe roll an intelligence check to see how he's doing with the language.
See how he's doing with the language. Alright, this is better than when Duster had to learn. That's an 18.
Yeah. After a few minutes, they flutter up on his shoulder and they preen his they preen what little of his hair they can underneath all of like the various snowproof detritus he's wearing. And they sign, "I'm proud of you." And then they use the notebook to explain what it means.
Seeker gives a like, wait a minute. God, he started speaking on instinct.
Yep.
He lets out a sigh and then, like, does a hand for the notebook.
Yeah, they hand it over.
He writes down the notebook, like, yeah, language isn't really my forte, but, it's nice to know how to do.
Yeah, they nod, like it is not their forte either, but, I mean, you are a very accomplished speaker, at the very least. I don't know your background, but I can tell that you've been, trained very well in it. And that comes across in the way you present yourself. But it's scary to let go of that and venture into a new... Oh, for God's sakes, I wasn't connected while I was doing all that? Oh, right. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. I wondered why everyone was quiet and I kept talking. It still said I was connected, but apparently not.
You good?
Yeah, I'm tired of my internet.
We gotta go eat it.
God. Man. Where did I leave off?
You said something about, like, his background, well-spoken.
Yeah. And they write, it can be scary to let go of, a place you're comfortable in and something that you're good at in order to do something new. So I'm proud of you for doing that. God fucking damn it. Magic, we said fluff.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
God.
He gives like a bright smile and does the sign for thanks.
Fuck. Anyways, they preen what little bit of his hair is available to them, and they flutter back down. God damn it, Magic.
I'm sorry. It's also probably not what you're thinking it's for.
Oh boy. Anyways, yeah, they go on to, like they're trying to think of signs that would be of interest to Seeker, like story. They teach him their signs for the professor, for, various acquaintances. Snow, cold, wet, all of those are featured prominently.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're just, like, he's not going to be conversational in an afternoon, but, like, the main method behind their madness is, like, to get him started. To make him
Yeah.
feel like this is doable.
Yeah. He's doing like his damn best with his small little hands to sign back. It's kind of hard to interpret feathers sometimes. And I will say there's visible puzzlement because this is Toonkind, which can be accomplished by real kind, but also it's Toonkind.
Yeah, like, occasionally, like, he's just like, muscles don't go that way, do they? Well, I guess, kinda.
He tries his best. He's also picking up TOC's accent.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's like they still favor one hand over the other. Like, they don't quite have Jackie's one-handed style anymore, but, like, it's still there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wonderful. This sort of weird dialect that they have unwittingly caused continues.
But yeah.
Yeah.
He's I shake my boy. He's trying his best, but occasionally does slip up to like actually start speaking.
Yeah. Like, whenever that happens, they flutter up on his shoulder and, like, press a feather to his mouth, like, shh, no. You're not doing that right now. God.
Yeah.
I think they'll eventually graduate to, like, they start telling him stories in sign language, and they're like, okay, stop me if you want to know a sign, but also don't worry about understanding everything. Just, do your best to follow along. Because they know storytelling is important to this boy.
It is.
And they're also pretty sure that not being able to understand a story is going to rankle him and give him more motivation to practice.
You're not wrong.
Mm.
You're not wrong.
God. And they go, well, why don't you tell me about something that's happened to you now? Who have you met? What have you seen? And then they very quickly give him the past tense because that's important when you're telling a story.
What has he? I stare off into the middle distance. He is going to attempt to tell a story. That, oh boy, it's very debatable how much this gets across. Hold on, I'm going to actually roll an intelligence to see how much of this Seeker can actually properly get across without speaking. That's a 12. It's alright. There's a bit where it's not very well explained because he just keeps like signing words and then frowning and then signing other words like he's trying to correct his mistake, and it's not working, and it's just making everything a lot more complicated.
Oh, hun.
He can't, like, how does he emphasize something like gargantuan when he doesn't have that word in his vocabulary?
I mean, a couple times, like, actually, you know what? TOC will take the help action, so you can roll again.
That's 15. That's better.
Yeah.
That's a 15. With TOC's help in like adding new words or correcting his words, or what the fuck was that? You just made a gesture. No, that doesn't mean anything. No, wait, that's a swear. No.
I mean, yeah. Half of sign language is. I mean, half of sign language is. Wait, no shit. That's rude.
Yeah, but tells a story about all right, so basically he was with this group of you wouldn't call them hunters per se. Well, they were kind of hunters. They were more, well, sort of, they were hunting for something, but like for the purposes of like, you know, going on the journey to go see it. He never I can't decide if he wants to like he never did like finish out that story with them, unfortunately. They got to a part where he wasn't allowed in because he didn't have the proper symbols and he wasn't willing to switch religions. You know how it is. But they were on this hunt for this really large bird. And he did actually be able to, like, he did see in the distance. It was like this really big fucking bird. Comparable to like the size of like a mountain. Not really, but it kind of looked like the size of a mountain. Like even with it being like miles and miles away, you could still see it. And it had this very, very big like rainbow crest of feathers. And the reason they were going hunting for this bird was because part of their religion was, you know, you go hunt down some of these like sacred beasts, and like you go like bask in their presence because they're technically like holy spirits, and it's good for you. And again, he didn't actually be able to see these birds in person. Well, the bird. There's multiple. He's heard. But the point is, when they did see it, everyone got really excited. And of course, instantly went running off in the direction where they saw the bird. Which has some obvious faults when you're on the side of a mountain cliff. And none of them had apparently been on the side of a mountain cliff before. And it was rather surprising for Seeker in particular. Him being around, he doesn't know, teenage, at the time, to make sure people don't fall off the side of cliffs. You know, like an idiot.
Yeah, TOC is just like, okay. Like, there's so much that they want to ask about, but also they're just like, what? Okay, alright. Here we are.
Again, this is a very choppy story because Seeker doesn't like know the language properly. He's trying his best.
He's doing terrific, and they're very proud of him. Yeah, I like when he's done, they sign. Well, that was fucking bonkers.
He signs it back. I know, right?
God.
And there's also like a probably butchered like how did I do?
And they sign. Fantastic. I'm really proud of you.
God. He fucking real con actually. So I think this is funny.
A con? Alright.
Yes.
No, wait, this is still them. Okay, hang on. I was like, that's their con? Oh, wait, okay.
Wrong character sheet.
That's more like it. Hang on. Do. That's my browser. Why am I here? Gosh. Sorry. 17.
Okay. 17. You don't get blinded by this fucking gigawatt smile. This gigawatt smile, like sun reflecting off the snow. But he does give one.
It's partially obscured by the scarf, that's why they're spared.
Yeah. And it's just, you bet if he was a bird, he would have puffed up very proudly right now.
God.
Cause like, yeah, he did a good job. Fucking sweet.
I think, like, all they're giving me is just, like, give him a very gentle head bonk and, like, a noogie. Like, yeah. Yeah.
He didn't give a head bonk. Yeah, he gives a head bonk. I forgot about that earlier. I'm very tired. I'm so sorry.
I gently pet you.
But yeah, you get a nice little head bonk.
Yeah.
I'm debating giving you, like, giving TOC in particular lore. But also it may make them concerned. Because that's how bird work.
I mean, they're always concerned magic. Just go for it. There's no escaping for them.
See, with your, like, more chilled state, because Cove, even though you have been tucked in Scarf, it is rather strange because his head doesn't feel like warm. Not overly warm, more like a lukewarm, maybe edging on to, like, where it doesn't feel like anything because it's, like, temperature with the outside.
Huh. Well, they do know that that's not actually how, like, skin works when you're, like, hypothermic, so they're not too worried, but they're also just like, huh. Why are you snow temperature?
Do they sign that?
Yes.
Seeker stares at you. You have the impression he's blinking behind the sunglasses and just gives, like, a shrug.
Huh.
He signs back. Laying in snow?
That's not how that works, but okay. They're just like, I mean, maybe the taller one would have more information, but also, she's not here.
She's not here.
Yes. And they're just like, yeah. Well, anyway, you should at least, like, send your mom a paper airplane or something. Like, I got the impression that she has, it's been a long time since she's been in Einquell, and she's mostly just here to make sure you're okay.
Yes. I'll go speak to her soon.
She was very kind. I had forgotten. Anyways.
Well, so you can unpack that later.
I mean, they didn't even, like, you kind of got the impression that they didn't really, like, mean to sign that. They just kind of, eh. But, like, they're lost in thought, and then they go, anyways. I think we have earned some cocoa.
I can't. Hold on. I can do emojis. Not emojis exactly, but it's that kind of face. Yeah.
Discord will not let me see.
It is an uppercase B for just like that sort of reaction.
See, I'm so sorry, and also it cut out for a sec.
I can words. He's excited for hot chocolate.
Oh, uppercase B, uppercase D. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just sort of like. I'm going to say that there is a cafe where one could acquire. God fucking damn it.
God.
Hi, I am back. I am alive. This always happens. Anyways, yeah, TUC is going to look around for a cafe where one may acquire aforementioned cocoa.
Aforementioned cocoa. Would you like to roll a perception check?
Sure. Nat 20. Plus 10. That's a 30. Give me the cocoa.
Hey, author, remember that pastry stuff we were talking about last FPS?
They're just like, oh, wait. Come on, let's go to the bakery.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bakery. From bakery. Yeah. They know it's cheap and also good food. And also this boy maybe carries money on him? Question mark. It's honestly up in the air.
They full cover it. Jesus.
God. But yeah, Seeker picks up chicken. You are still bundled in scarf. His scarf. I can't decide if I know he has 2 scarves. One from Cherry and one from Sammy. I can't decide which scarf this is. But you are bundled. Congratulations.
They just they put their little neck against his just for warmth. Like if they have to burrow their head underneath his scarf, so be it, but also they may fall asleep because dark and warm.
God.
But yeah, they're just having a good time vibing with their boy.
A good 5 day where their personalities didn't clash too much.
Yep.
That actually ended on a good note.
Yep. God. Man.
I do a wiggle.
I also do a wiggle.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, audience. We hold you very soft.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, beloved friend Magic. I also love you very much.
I love you too, author. I'm very happy to do this. It was very fun.
Yeah. I'm going to stop the recording now.
Oh shit, the recording. Bye everybody.
Goodbye.